To anyone out there, primarily I guess women, but this would apply to men as well. To anyone out there who's ever really liked somebody, and been completely just disposed of like a piece of garbage, particularly after you, say, finally became sexual with somebody. To anybody who's thinking, well, maybe they disappeared because I did it too soon, or maybe I wasn't good enough, or maybe they didn't really like me enough. From me to you, you need to know it's 100% not you. It's also 100% this person is a piece of shit. They might even seem really fucking amazing, but genuine, complete piece of shit. Like, I've known people who hooked up with somebody and, you know, maybe on the first or second date, and then that person kind of like phased away, disappeared, and they're like, oh, it's because I hooked up with them too soon. Well, that would have happened even if you hooked up with that person like a long time later. Say you let weeks or days go by. That was still gonna fucking happen, because that person is not capable of having a normal emotional response to a relationship. Period. And I'll give you a couple of stories of experience which are helping to frame my point of reference here. Went out with this one guy. We'll call him Mike. Nice generic, non-specific name. So Mike lived in Vermont, and we met online. Met up in person, went on a few dates. I didn't hook up with him for weeks. It was like a month in. Like he obviously, he wanted to, being a guy. If I wanted to do it on the first night, he would have been game. But I wanted to take things slow, see where things were going, get to know him better, make sure there wasn't anything that I would consider like a deal breaker. And I thought things were good. Like a month in, things seemed really good. We were talking, all day, every day, all the time. Things were great. Calling me beautiful, talking about a future with me. And literally the morning after I spent the night with him for the first time, he disappeared. Just disappeared. He decided he didn't want to be with me anymore. He didn't want to see me again. He wasn't interested in any kind of relationship and was sorry for leading me on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I got that text 2 days later saying like, oh, and I'd still like to be social. Whatever the fuck that meant. I assumed that meant something along the lines of like, hey, I'd be down to fuck sometimes and like, be cool if we see each other in public, of course. But I'm not looking to be your man or anything. That's what I read that to mean. So fuck him. Literally haven't responded to that or talked to Mike since. He can go fuck himself and die. Another one, actually I'm going to give you 3. Number 2. I'll just call this guy, he's got the most generic name in the world, Robert. Robert, actually lived kind of locally. I've known him for 13 years. And the funny thing is, we had actually already dated. We had already done the dating thing a decade ago. And it didn't work out because while we were dating, he started seeing this other girl who he liked a whole lot more, and ended up getting involved with her instead. So, whatever. I moved on with my life, he moved on with his life. That's the way that kind of stuff shakes down. So yeah, we were hanging out, hooking up, what have you. He was calling me his girlfriend, and about 5 months in, I texted him one day, just like I normally did, hey, what's up, sexy? And no reply. All day long, no reply. That was extremely odd. That was very unlike him. My first two thoughts were, okay, he has a phone that's so old. It's like a decade old. Maybe his flip phone actually died. He actually still has a flip phone. Maybe his flip phone died, I thought. Ancient technology. Maybe it crapped the bed or something, and he's phoneless. Well, that theory went out the window when I tried to call him, and the phone rang. It didn't just go straight to voicemail. So that meant it was on. So, okay. I waited a couple days, sent him another text, hey, how's it going? No reply to that either. 2 more days goes by, and at that point then I'm worried. Because I'm thinking, okay, the only way that this boy is not hurt and not ignoring me is like, I don't know. Is he hurt? Is something wrong? Is he missing or something? I knew that he, go off hiking and in remote places and so on. I thought maybe it was something like that. He went off hiking and maybe he was out of service range or was lost. I don't know. I was reaching. But it was really the simplest explanation that he was done. He was having a ghosting response. That was a lot more mature than just replying and being like, whatever, I'm not interested anymore. So instead of being a man about it, he let me worry about him for 5 days, to the point where I sent him a text saying, hey, if I don't hear from you by tomorrow, I'm going to go to your apartment and check on you because I'm worried. Like, I was almost to the point of calling his job to make sure he was, like, just showing up there. I didn't want to do anything until I knew 100% that, like, he was unreachable and something was wrong. So, no, he replied, and at 9:30, 5 days after I'd been trying to fucking... Yeah. 5 days it took him to get back to me. And he said, sorry, I've been off the radar and I need to come clean. I'm not happy with the way that our relationship is going. It's not fair to either one of us spiritually. Like, fuck. Okay. I thought we were enjoying each other's company and having really good sex, reminiscing about old times, just kind of generally having a good time together, but no, apparently that was spiritually unhealthy. So I just said, okay, goodbye. That was it. You want to just snip ties with me? I'm not going to go clawing and fighting and trying. Because it's stupid. And then there's the most recent one, which kind of makes me want to cry, because it's still really fucking fresh. Like today, I really liked this guy. We went out on a couple dates, I hung out with him, and really liked him. And he was saying all the right things about, like, I could see ever after with you, and you're the best thing to happen to me in a long time. Telling me how beautiful I was, and how he could just stare into my eyes forever. How he just wanted to wake up with me next to him. Just bullshit. Just so much bullshit. So much bullshit. I don't know how I ate any of it up. But when somebody is looking into your eyes, fucking telling you that they are crazy about you, what are you gonna do? Tell them, no, you're a liar. I mean, I told him, like, I want to go slow with this because, like, I've gotten hurt. One time he came over to my house and hung out. Didn't even do anything, but we hung out. And we didn't hook up or anything, but when he was leaving, he was like, if at any point anything makes you uncomfortable or you don't want to see me anymore, please just be straight with me. And I said, of course. Just please don't ghost me. He said, I don't have that in me. I said, yeah, you say that, but I would rather you tell me as well if something isn't working for you versus just dipping out, disappearing. He said, no, I don't do that.